slightly disagree. Maybe there are some people who will forget, if you come from like, I don't know, a lesser known uni. But
I don't think I can comment on this because I never went to public uni and I'm kind of shocked. I'm not gonna lie.
that's my piece. No, I want drama.
But hi, my name is Priscilla. I'm 20 this year and I'm currently a student at Inti College Subang studying mass communication.
Oh, hi, I'm Malaysia. I am almost 25 this year. So I study in USM Penang and I'm currently working at a printing company.
A 4.0 CGPA is completely useless in your first job interview.
Yeah, I would say it's kind of useless unless it's like a really, really specific field, like you're expected to be incredibly knowledgeable. If it's like, I don't know, like my field, graphic design, it's pretty much useless because they look at your skills rather than your results.
When it comes down to 4.0, right, let me be honest with you, if you are very lucky to get 4.0, right, definitely going to be on Dean's list, obviously. But like, from experience, right, because I'm mass comm from foundation all the way to degree right now, like, when you get a 4.0, it would be good for resume lah, that it shows that you were a very good student. But like when it comes down to work, right, they say that you need like a specific year of experience or you like need some kind of experience outside, like doing volunteerism or whatever. So yeah, I really agree that it's like it's kind of useless right now because they want to, like you say, skills.
Yeah, they look at skills more than results, honestly, because the examination system doesn't really determine if you're like a good worker anyway. It's like determine if you're good at studying, and pretty much that's it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I
kind of
agree.
agree. A little useless, not completely useless, but a little useless.
Yes, I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Private uni students survive on privilege. Public uni students survive on grit.
I disagree.
Yeah, I kind of have to disagree as well. Survive on privilege. Nobody survives on privilege. I kind of think they thrive on privilege.
Yeah, I agree. Oh my goodness.
Like, but then not all public uni students are poor because sometimes if you don't apply to public uni through UPU, you can apply directly through uni and you pay the same amount of fees with private uni as well. And sometimes private uni even offer scholarships. So I think that statement is kind of inaccurate to paint the whole picture about uni students either in private or like public. It doesn't paint a full picture. That's what I think.
For me, right, because I go to private uni, right, let me be honest, I have met people who are also below poverty line at Inti and also those who are like very rich as well. For me, I'm in the middle because I come from like, parents who are accountants and they work very hard for their job. And like, I wouldn't say I am also privileged, but I am somewhat privileged. And I kind of disagree, like, you will always go to the unis, right? And like many universities, whether it's public or private, you'll always find the section with the rich kids. You'll always find those sections with rich kids. Private uni also has the rich kids, but they also have like that balance, of different people from different backgrounds with different income. So yeah, it's kind of a statement that it's kind of not true because like it's just a stereotype to enhance like what's it called?
The perception.
Yeah, the perception. It's like very bad stereotyping, like in the movies.
I get it.
Movies.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh grads are entitled and want high salaries without putting in the work.
I kind of disagree. It's not entitlement. I don't think it's entitlement to ask a little bit more because obviously the cost of living has raised so much since our previous generation. Our previous generation had like slightly better economy, so to speak, compared to now. If you really think about it, post-COVID and all that, everything just goes up, and also like food instability, like people chopping or like desecrating farmlands to build new houses. So food becomes increasingly expensive because of that reason. So for degree, most salaries start at 2.5k, I think. For me, I think it's still quite low, especially in KL areas. If you're talking about, like, I don't know, Penang or states other than this big city, then it's probably doable. But for KL wise, I don't think it's doable, especially if you live alone, if you pay rent and your petrol and all that.
Yeah, I agree with that too. But the reason why I'm in the middle here is because, like, fresh grads entitled for a higher salary. Now, I look at this two ways, okay? So first, you have those hard workers, okay? They will do the hard work and, like, they will provide it, and, like, you know, they expect, like, because they have a lot of this background where they want to, like, you know, they want to get up in the field and, you know, be promoted. I also believe that they are also entitled for their, like, you know, an increase in pay. But then there's also, like, from experience, right? I know a lot of people, some people, that let me just say, like, I don't know what it is, right? Sometimes they don't deserve to get the job. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, let me be honest with you. Sometimes, like, you have that experience, but what if that experience is built on, like, you know, being like free riding the entire time, and then, like, when you get into the workforce, and you are not, like, entitled, you want to be entitled to a higher pay for not doing work, like that kind of scenario. I know we don't really experience that much, but let me be honest with you, like, I think I know a few people who kind of fall under this line here, okay? And that's, like, a little bit of like a small area. So yeah.
Can I ask you a question? For those people who end up there, do they keep their job well?
Let me just say, like,
Or do they get fired after, like, a few months?
Well, technically, it's not in, like, a job sense lah, because, like, it's, like, some kind of experience that I experienced in college lah. You know, you know, the committees and whatnot. So, like, I don't want that thing to, like, get into the workspace. Like, what if that is, like, in the workspace?
Don't worry, they'll get fired immediately.
Yeah, I hope they get fired.
Yeah,
because, like,
they will get fired. Don't worry.
Someone else deserves to, like, you know, because I've never really been in the working world before. I mean, I'm still young. I'm 20, so
people are struggling to get a job interview, so they are probably gonna struggle with that too. So.
Yeah, so yeah, that's why I'm in, like, the middle there, because never really experienced real working world yet. But my mom tells me a lot, because she's in the working world for a long time, that like you get opportunities for pay, but, like, you need to work hard for it. And, like, I think people do need to, you know, pay, but, like, show what you can do, and then, like, you know, you can ask for the increase. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
I would choose a soul-crushing job paying 6,000 ringgit over a peaceful passion project paying 2.5k ringgit.
Ooh, soul-crushing job first, right? Okay, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna pick the passion project. The passion project, because, like, okay, I'm a person, right, that, like, I want to have my fun, okay, but I want to have my fun in my own way. And for some reason, I am having this belief that I don't know if I can survive in the working world, because, like, currently it's, like, you know, the desk jobs and whatnot. I really don't know if I can, because, like, if you know me personally, I'm a creative person. Like, I'm very hyperactive. So, like, if I get, like, a working job, I really don't know if I can do it, but I also will get paid and I can survive. I can, you know, survive financially. But will it have, like, I think it will have, like, a toll on mental health. So I think, right, if I go for a passion project, which is, like, you know, my passion, either content creation or, like, doing side hustles that I enjoy, even though the money is good, I think the mental health aspect comes first.
Yeah, I'm the same with you. Honestly, a soul-crushing job, you only get to work for 10 years, because after that, you're dead from stroke.
Oh my gosh.
So, for me, that's a very straightforward answer. Disagree totally. You work 2.5, and then you work hard, and then you get, like, eventually 4k, 5k. And it's still, like, you take up managerial position, and then work is gonna be a bit harder, but then it's still your passion, and your mental well-being is somewhat stressful than the 2.5k job, but at least not soul crushing. So yeah, I think passion number one, mental health number one. I think we can agree on that.
Okay. Being a broke student is much happier than being a financially independent.
Okay, I'm going to be putting here slightly agree. I feel like as a college student myself, I guess you can also say I'm kind of a broke college student, I guess. But once you enter the working world, it's like that freedom from what you feel in college, like all the, you know, the events, the friendships, it's going to just be, you're going to now go from that to being in a cubicle, basically, in a high-rise building. Like, you know, you're getting your money, but then it's not going to be that much. And like when you compare to being like, you know, being a broke student back then, you'll be surrounded with like a whole community of people who kind of like have the same experience. And like when that time, right, sometimes you feel like even though everything is like, you know, there's going to be stress from homework and whatnot, you still have the people there to come, you know, to fall back. And then when it comes down to working, well, because I haven't really experienced the working culture, there's going to be those bad working cultures, and you know, it's going to be I guess I'm going to assume a bit rare to find those like working culture that's like, you know, the culture in an office like is in harmony when it's like stress 24/7.
If I assume it's you know, we are living on our parents' allowance, I think it's quite alright. Like you don't have to stress about paying rent. You don't have to stress about, you know.
Oh yeah, true.
You don't have to stress about I don't know, paying your telephone bills. You know, everything is paid by your parents. So in that aspect, I think it's quite comfortable to live as a, you know, so-called broke student. But if you're like a broke student who is like you have to do part-time, then it's gonna be a bit harder. Like probably same amount of stress as working adult probably. And as a working adult, you probably also have a lot of, like workplace politics. Sometimes I haven't experienced that. Some of my friends, well, they didn't really like say they have office politics, but they are clearly not happy with their job. Yeah, but anyway, I think broke students are happier than financially independent adults. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Public universities fail to prepare students for the English-speaking corporate world.
I kind of agree with my uni, I think. Not so strong, but stronger than slightly. Because my uni, at least the people in my class, like my classmates, they're from all over the country. You know, they're from Perak, they're from Kelantan, Johor, and whatnot. So they usually don't really speak English in their own circle. They speak their own mother tongue a lot more than English. And even in classes, the teachers speak in broken English, so that doesn't really help. You know, as an educator, I think you really should set an example, but I think they didn't really do well in that. So, yeah, when my friends try to like do presentation in English, they really struggle a lot. They stutter and they couldn't pronounce words properly. So many of them just stick to, you know, working for companies that speak in their mother tongue. Yeah.
This is interesting, honestly, because coming from private school and I come from international school lah, and I've been speaking like English my whole life because my mom is like my parents, both my mom and dad, they pushed me to speak English and put me into tuition to speak like English for my whole life. And yeah, oh my gosh, I didn't know that, because like when I go to college, right, I always know that there's this group of like, there's this specific group, like, I'm not gonna say stereotype, but at the back of the class, they speak Chinese and whatnot, and then there's like another group on the other side, they speak their Chinese, because like my college is like primarily Chinese people, and then the other is Malay, Indian, and then also because it's an not international school, sorry, it's a private college. We have a lot of people from different backgrounds. I've met people who are from South Africa. I met people who are from, you know, the UAE. I met so many people who are from England and all the different countries, Sydney. So like our atmosphere at INTI, at our college, right? We we already like have this thing where we have to speak English because all of our classes are in English, except for MPU, which is a hassle in itself. Yeah, because we still need to learn Malay for that class. And yeah, besides that, almost every class is literally in English. And like the people that struggle most for those classes is people who don't know how to speak English well. And actually, at Inti, we have a program for those who don't know how to speak English very well. It's called, I forgot what the name is called, but we have an English language program for those students who like the English skill. And it's mostly international students. I know someone who was in that program and she did very well in her speaking skill because she got chosen to be MC for an event. So yeah, we have that program for specifically English teaching students.
We do claim that some of our courses are conducted in English, but the lecturers sometimes insisted in talking in their mother tongue. So international students sometimes fall behind. There is like an informal English language corner, they call it in our uni, but it's not mandatory. Like if you want to go, we just go. If you don't want to go, that's fine.
I see. No wonder. Oh my gosh. And that's why I'm in the middle because like I don't think I can comment on this because I never went to public uni and I'm kind of shocked. I'm not gonna lie because I know about my college's English program. So yeah, that's why I'm in the middle.
Okay, that's fine.
I am completely fine being entirely alone if it protects my peace.
Protect my peace. No, I want drama.
Oh, you want drama? Oh my god! Okay, hold on. Now that you say the drama, I'm just like, okay,
I like
hold
drama.
on. Okay, you like the drama. Who's gonna start first? Me or you? Okay, I'll start first. Alright. So, like, let me be honest. Like, you can hear the drama, but like, be involved in the drama. Oh my gosh. Like, worst experience, literally. Let's just say that because I've heard a lot of tea at my college, there's like literally a whole confession page for my Inti college, and it just recently resurrected, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of drama going on, and like every time like anonymous post gets like posted on the page, like there's always this fear that it's gonna be about like the you or someone else because like there's this thing at specific colleges where you know these specific students because they're part of committees. They are always around every kind of circle. You can say I am kind of one of those people, but I try to tone it down a bit because like the work got to me. I need to focus on my classes. But in the beginning of foundation, I definitely was very active, doing volunteerism, helping out in community events. And I'm being a student ambassador as well at Inti. Like, oh my gosh, hear about it, but I also want to protect my mental space because like too much can get me like fried in the head. Oh my gosh, so many things happen. I'm like, there, and like it correlates to other kind of drama. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, you get overwhelmed.
You get overwhelmed, and like I want to protect my peace, so I have to do that. I want to now know yours.
Well, I just like hearing stories, not involved in them, obviously. I just like hearing stories. My friends are like really eclectic type of people, Some of them, are into a little bit of a substance, and some are a little bit into, well, let's just say a bit incestuous relationships. So, yeah, that maybe we can cut this part out.
Cut.
I just like, I really like to keep up with what's going on, even though they might be a bit crazy at times. I just like to keep up with what's going on around my uni. Sometimes people get scammed by going to like a mall nearby my uni. Like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, there were like some Chinese tourist scamming students. Scamming money out of the students.
Oh my gosh.
And a lot of stuff. And then sometimes there are like drama between students and lecturers. It's just a lot of things.
I know.
And I really always the first in line to go and hear about it. But then I'm not gonna get myself involved. I'm just gonna be like, wow. Absolute cinema.
Yeah, absolute cinema. Oh my god, I still have beef with like those people that sell the Domino's, like the Domino's like coupons outside of Intim. Every time during orientation, when after a week after orientation, when the new students come in, oh my gosh, I have beef with them.
So protect my peace, but also I also want drama. I guess that this one is here.
Yeah, I will protect my peace over that. I will just like look at it once and then dip.
But I also want drama. But I don't want too peaceful. I want some drama.
Peaceful.
5 years into your career, no one gives a single damn which university you went.
Such a prestigious university name with you. People just still kind of put you on a spot.
Oh yeah, definitely. Prestigious university name. Definitely like Harvard, Princeton, Stanford. If you carry your degrees from those like coveted universities, I agree. But on the meantime, right, like my statement is like, here, slightly agree. It's like, I just want to get my degree. I just want my degree and I just want a job, okay? Like, it'll be fine that I could go to a very prestigious university and get my degree there. Some people, they go to very coveted universities because they want to get a better life. Like, you came from this university, you need to show that you are,
Basically meet their expectations.
yeah, meet the expectations. Yeah, that's why I say agree.
There are some people who like to put you on a pedestal because you come from a really good background. So if you slip up, they will ask you, I thought you're from this really good uni. How come some small mistake? How come you can still do this such small mistake? So 5 years, yeah, it's not enough for people to forget where you're from. I think. I would say slightly disagree. Maybe there are some people who will forget. If you come from like, I don't know, a lesser known uni, but if you're like from a really known uni like UM or UKM or UITM, well, UITM I'm not sure about their reputation. If you come from like UM, people will definitely remember for the next 5 years at least.
Definitely, I mean UM is the main university.
Yeah. Or like if you're from Lim Kok Wai.
Oh yeah, Lim Kok Wai.
If I don't think people can ever forget that. I feel like, or Sunway Uni. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sunway, Taylor's, all that.
Yeah.
I
I don't think people
agree.
will forget all that.
But it's all about the passion, all about the the hard work.
Time to prove yourself.
Yeah, prove yourself. I
Yeah.
agree.